She's talking to her dog, by the way. Welcome back to the only forklift certified anime review channel. Do not fact check that. I am the only one. Trust me. My name is Brent, the king of degenerates, and this is my life as Inukai-san's dog. This show definitely exists. Couldn't tell you why. It exists though. It was made by Studio Quad. Go ahead and cue the MLG compilation. However, it's only their second anime ever, so go easy on them. You gotta start somewhere. How do you even get hired onto this project? What was that board meeting like? It was written by, and I am going to butcher this name, Itsususe. I'm sorry. And it began publication in the same year that someone in Wuhan decided to eat a soup made of bat. Man, lockdown hit this guy hard. Now, why do I say that this is the most down bad anime? Okay, watch 5 minutes of any episode and you'll have your answer for the entire series. But with it being that down bad, who is this show for? Okay, it's for masochistic dog boys that like yanderes. Son of a bitch. But if I have a girlfriend, then why am I watching this? Besides being a masochistic dog boy. Just gonna keep telling lies about myself. I am forklift certified though, that is a real thing. It was the lowest rated show last season on my anime list, which as we all know is the cultural mecca of waifus and hype. The show wasn't bad in the sense of technical issues or voice acting. There's not an English dub, by the way. Couldn't tell you why. You don't want to voice this? You don't want to voice over that? It's bad in the sense of cringe. Now, as a 10th prestige veteran in Minecraft cringe compilations, let me tell you, this was fucking rough. It's like if you took Watsumote and then just bestiality. I hope my dad doesn't see this channel. And while this show was rough to watch, I didn't have to endure it alone. I ended up watching it with a bunch of my friends, and it went about as well as you'd expect. So what do you do? What do you do?
You sit.
Oh, I'd sit, absolutely.
Immediately. 0.2 seconds.
I'd be on the ground already.
That's what I'm saying. Good boy.
Dude, I'm stalling. I do not want to talk about this. We'll go ahead and start by talking about the characters. There's 4, technically there's 5, but there's really just 4 characters. And calling them characters is a bit too generous. They're not characters. They are one-off traits that they just keep reusing over and over again. Quite literally, they're all one-note characters, and that one note is fucking painful, like a dog whistle. We have our main character, who is not a character. I know, it sounds dumb. Listen. The main character is less interesting and less developed than certain hentai protagonists, which is almost impressive because they are already left intentionally hollow as a self-insert so that you can put yourself in their shoes. And now you're expected to put yourself into a dog. Don't put anything in the dog, don't. The main character's name was, it doesn't fucking matter because he's a dog now. And because he's a dog, he's given a new dog name. And his new dog name is Pochita, and I fucking hate that, as does every Chainsaw Man fan. Look how they massacred my boy! Pochita deserved better. Pochita's still the best boy. The only real character development for the main character is that he claims he is not a pervert at the beginning of the season, and by the end of the season, he's like, okay, I might be a pervert. That's a very real possibility. Next, we have Inukai, the one the show's named after. Okay, let's just get this shit over with. Her character archetype is yandere dommy. That wants to fuck her dog. She wants to snoo puppy. 2/3 of that is fine. I'm not gonna make the joke. I was about to say. So when I make these videos, they're like half scripted. They're mostly scripted, like 80% scripted, 20% just whatever I think of at the moment. I was about to say 2/3 of that is fine, but fuck yanderes. I cannot say that. She is cold, stoic, unmoving. She doesn't like anyone. The only thing she likes is her dog. And when she's around her dog, it's almost kind of cute until she starts trying to fuck the dog. I can't keep saying that. Also, if you're wondering where the yandere comes in, anytime anyone even looks or touches Pochita, she wants to murder them. So there you go. Yandere dommy that wants to fuck. I can't keep saying that. Shit. Now for a better character, Nekozaki. Her name means fucking cat Zaki. Her personality trait is that she is scared of dogs, like a cat, like her name. Also, yeah, technically, if you want to be that guy, Inukai, Inu, dog, same shit. You're fucking clever. I know. You're so smart. Fuck you. Over the course of the anime, she starts to kind of warm up to Pochita because she realized, hey, this dog just saved me from a centipede. What a sweet guy. Yeah, he kind of fondled my tits a bit, but you know, it's just what happens. It just happens. What the final character? I forgot her name. I am not checking. It does not matter. I don't even know if they name even half of the people that show up in this show. Her character does not matter at all. She is the Kohai archetype, really likes her senpai, except she likes the senpai that was a human, but since human senpai, aka guy before he turned into Pochita, he disappeared and turned into a fucking dog. She sees this dog and she's like, oh my god, this dog reminds me of my senpai that I have a crush on. I wanna fuck that dog. That is going to be taken so out of context. Also, we're introduced to her character as she's masturbating on the main character's desk in his room. So his parents let her into his room, and she took that opportunity to masturbate on his desk. And then the main character watches her do this and then hides under her dress while she does it. I know what I just said sounded very weird. Trust me, that is one of the least weird scenes in the show. I know based on what I've said for all of these characters, I'm not giving you a whole lot to go off of, and unfortunately, that's because the show does not give me a whole lot to go off of. Everything I've told you about these characters, that's their entire characters, at least in the anime. I'm not reading the manga because I'm already on enough FBI watch lists, don't need another. And based on what I've seen in the anime, this show does not care about character development. It's not the focus. The focus is titties. See, on YouTube, you can't see what I'm talking about. OnlyFans people can. Editor, show very blurry titties to YouTube. Now zoom in. Now up the contrast. Now zoom out. Now add a camera shake. See, I can tell my editor to do this because I pay his fucking rent. He's such a fucking dick. Animation time, and I really do not want to talk about this. This is gonna be painful. So if anyone remembers my Shikimori video, which by the way, if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty fucking good. You might remember a joke about a CG tongue. That was this show. This show is the CG tongue show, which fantastic start. I mean, honestly, I don't know how you're gonna top that. But aside from that, it's really hard for me to dunk on the animation because the animation's not that bad. Let me clarify. What they're drawing, awful. But the skill for what they're drawing is not great. It's better than Pink Pineapple. It just sucks because a lot of times whenever you have something that looks nice, you realize this looks beautiful. Why is it furry vor though? You're not gonna get any super amazing animation, but you're gonna get a lot of interesting perspective shots because a lot of this show is shot in the first person perspective. And that's because, again, it wants you to self-insert into a dog. Do not insert anything into the dog, but it uses all of these first person perspective shots to both allow you to immerse yourself in the Inukai extended universe, but also as a way to show you the part that matters, tits. It uses the first person perspective to show you tits. And also, if you're a fan of uppies, you know, uppies? Okay, let's move along. I'm losing my fucking mind here. The music, let's talk about the music and sound. The music was forgettable, and I'm telling you that as I physically cannot remember anything except for the outro. The outro song I remember quite well, only because the outro reminds me of the intro to Assassination Classroom, but if it was like a really bad 2010s Key of Awesome parody. I hear the outro, and my first thought is all the fucking openings to season 1 of Assassination Classroom with everyone going like, yeah. You know, the music was not a big focus, but it did not do anything to enhance the viewer experience. Instead, the sound, it was definitely on. The sound is, let me explain something real quick. Sound is important. For example, if I were to make my entire video, but for some reason you were listening to this the whole time, that would not be a good viewing experience because it sounds like shit. So instead, you make sound good. It's sound engineering. You use Foley, you use extra samples, you make everything just sound nice and crispy so that whenever the viewer watches it, the sound amplifies the viewing experience. That's a very, very basic rundown for sound design. You don't need to know any more than that. So, what does this show do with sound? It's just a lot of moaning. That is it. It's so much moaning. Oh my god. Now look, I've seen a lot of regular anime, and I've seen a lot of anime. anime. You know what I'm talking about. So whenever I say that this had a little too much moaning, that should mean something, especially whenever a lot of that moaning happens with a fucking dog on the screen. Like, you, why? Okay, let's talk about the story. Your main character turns into a dog, plays with a bunch of high school girls. Even saying it like that, it just sounds so wrong as a dog. That's not something you want to hear in the same sentence, but guess what? This show exists. Towards the end, he finds out that he was intentionally turned into a dog by this other girl who shows up for like 1 or 2 episodes. She did it as an experiment of sorts. Also, she has like hidden cameras all over the place to watch everything because, you know, you're willing to turn someone into a dog. I guess voyeurism is just on the table. And she offers him a pill at the very end that can turn him back into a human. And our main character says, yeah, I'm kind of good. I kind of enjoy being a dog. I like being a dog. I can like just lick titties and no one cares. So he says, fuck you to the pill, goes back and is still a dog. That's the end of season 1. I don't know if there's gonna be a second season. I both hope that there is and isn't, because honestly, it does not need to exist. It does exist, and that's painful enough. So, fun fact, there actually is more. So there's 2 specials for it that exist, because of course there are. The first one is a water park episode. There is so much underboob going on. And they're just doing sit-ups and just, okay. And the other one, it's a school festival and they're at a haunted house, and I guess he's trying to help by just constantly rubbing his nose into her crotch. She comes. Fuck the show, dude. Why did he watch this? Okay. Time to sound like a wannabe giga. Here we go. This show knows exactly what it's doing, and it serves a very specific niche audience. Every single time you finish an episode and you tell yourself, okay, that's the weirdest it can get. It couldn't possibly get any weirder, right? You turn, and now the show is laughing at your face, telling you it hasn't even gotten started. It sets the bar exceptionally low to where you're like, okay, now the bar's just on the ground. Like, we're not trying to raise it at all. But then you get to the next episode and find out that the bar wasn't on the ground. It was mining for fucking diamonds in Minecraft. The zoophilia is a major turnoff for most people, myself included. Man, there is no way to sound more guilty than to deny something that no one has accused you of. But it's exactly that concept that it uses to then make jokes about, trying to act tongue-in-cheek, but it's not tongue-in-cheek. It's about as tongue-in-cheek as asking a furry who their favorite character from Hell of a Boss is. There's only one right answer. The only way I could ever recommend this show to someone is to experience it like I did, which was, again, to watch it with your friends and clown on it at every opportunity, which kind of makes it like The Room, in that it's something that you can watch with your friends and joke because it's just so bad that you can't help but laugh at it. It's The Room, if Tommy wanted to fuck the dog.
Hi, doggy.
The show is absolute garbage. So what am I gonna rate it? 2 out of 10. Actually, it was kind of funny. We had a good time watching it, so I don't think 2 out of 10 is an entirely fair argument for it. So we'll say 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. That's its rating. But it does have a yandere in it, so okay, it's like an 8 out of 10. Now that I think about it, they didn't make a single peanut butter joke, so yeah, 2 out of 10. That's the review. Goodbye. Thank you so much for making it this far into the video. If you did, get therapy, but also feel free to like and sub to help the channel. It's totally free. And if you want to support the channel, you can do so on my OnlyFans, where again, I will be posting bonus content there, and it's gonna be a good time. Links will be down in the description below. If you want to support me, you can do it there. Also, we do have a Discord if you want to join, hang out. We're gonna do some watch parties later, and you can talk to me as well as some of my friends and some of the other degenerates that join, because we're gonna make a community, and I think it'd be awesome to have a degenerate community that is also just so fucking wholesome. So if you want to be a part of that, come say hi. Love to have you. But let me know what you want to see next, either in the comments, in the Discord, wherever. I'll probably put a post up on the community tab here just to be like, hey, between these 2 shows, or if there's a 3rd show that you think would be even better, what do you want to see? But again, thank you. Hope you'll have a fantastic day, and stay horny.